When I was younger, I would probably have been over there. I would have been one of the people yelling and shouting. I was such a weird kid. I was a misfit. My first crush was on my female best friend, and I just felt like I was completely alone. I used to have a fantasy that everyone else in the world would disappear and it would just be the two of us left. And that was the only way that I could imagine actually being in a relationship with a woman. I felt so weird. I had no friends. There wasn't any internet back then, but if there was, I know that I would have stumbled across this ideology. I would have found an ideology that gave me an answer for why I felt so weird, so alone. I would have felt a sense of togetherness, and I would have just grabbed onto it as hard as I could. Because that was not there, I grew up and I worked out how to heal myself. I worked out two things about how to heal myself. I worked out how to feel my body from the inside rather than worrying about how it looked and what other people thought about me. And then I worked out how to have relationships of integrity with other people. And the thing that is the tragedy is that people of responsibility, people in authority, are so fucking cowardly that they are not able to leave a clear path for these kids to work out those lessons. How can you have relationships of integrity with other people if you're expecting them to see you as something that you are not? How can you work out how to love your body exactly the way it is and love yourself exactly the way it is if you are being sold that you need drugs and surgery just to be okay? It's so sad. And I do not feel angry at these kids that are yelling at this. I know that I could easily have been there. The people that I feel angry about are the people in positions of authority. They should be courageous. Where are the journalists? What are the doctors doing that are not even doing basic research on these harmful drugs that they're giving to children? What about the surgeons that are cutting off breasts of confused teenage girls? I could have been one of them. Where are the politicians who are too cowardly? They all know what a woman is, but they are too afraid to say so. The shame is with them. It is not with these silly kids that are yelling at us. It is with the people who should be in a position to say stop, and they are cowardly. But thank you to Posey Parker. Thank you to everyone who has come here, because we are not going to stop.